99% of my
There you go.
family. Hey, it's John and Rachel. Of
She
course.
literally cannot stop.
John's theory is I've never met a conversation I didn't like, so there you go. But
This
I
one day I was
especially
having chest pain, and I said, Rachel, dial
this is not true,
911.
Mary.
She
This
went-
is not
She
true.
went 9-1. Hold on, I have to talk to this teacher from second grade.
Not true, but a good conversation is always had with Marin from the Pittsburgh Irish Festival. So Marin, hey.
Hi everybody.
Yeah,
So Marin's on the radio with us tonight, and we have to listen in the next hour. Or no, maybe we'll even do so. We have a secret, like we have a secret code that you're gonna want by the end of this video. That's what we'll say.
I'm
But-
sure it has something to do with Jags because we're not
Right.
that we don't make you think that much longer or more than JAGS.
Right.
Because
But the Irish Festival is coming up 8th, 9th, and 10th of September. So Marin, 36th year? Is that what we said?
32nd.
Second.
So we've been in business for 33.
Okay.
But
You were close.
obviously we had a year
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And we're back in business, 32 years.
Crazy. Wow. And we've
Yeah.
talked about this a couple of times on the podcast, but I remember when it was just this little thing in Station Square, right? And now look at it.
Yeah, I mean, talk about memories. I was a little kid.
Yes.
Running around Station Square, chasing the trains as they ran by.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've grown dramatically, and most of that due in large part to our founders, Mara and Ann Krasinski, my mother and my aunt.
Yeah.
Great ladies, yeah.
Yeah, and so they got it going, and now they get to just hang out, put their feet up, and drink a Guinness while I
There
Yeah.
you go.
all the fun stuff.
But you do it so well. You know,
Thank
we
you.
have nothing but praise for you as far as, you know, the manner in which you execute, just truly. And the people love to be there. You know, we talked about that on the last segment. You have volunteers for everything because they want to be there, you know? There's just so many areas in need. So kind of run through everything for people who haven't been there. It's at the Carrie Blast Furnace.
Yeah, Carrie Blast Furnaces, we're so grateful to Rivers of Steel, who manage that space and the work they're doing, and they've really welcomed us with open arms to the space.
Yeah.
So just to run it down, I mean, live music and dance, Gaelic sports, the best food ever, my great-great-granny's recipes when she brought them over from Ireland. We've got Irish dogs, we've got kids activities, kids are free, kids 12 and under are free. Marketplace, you can get your Christmas shopping done.
I do.
Now.
There are things I get there, yeah.
Gaelic sports, I think I said that already, but there's
Hurling. We learned about hurling there.
Well,
yeah.
and Pittsburgh's Gaelic sports teams are some of the best in the country. I mean,
Is
they're
that right?
winning like the World Series, the Super Bowls of Gaelic sports.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they just the
course they are.
women's team, the women's camogie team, just won another championship. So yeah,
Wow.
give them their black
All
and
right.
gold. They play black
Okay.
and gold
Yeah,
too.
how about that?
Yeah.
You've expanded, obviously, each year, but you've added comedians. Is
Yeah.
there something new this year that's like, well, we've sort of added this on too?
Yeah, so there's always something a little new every year, but I'm really excited this year to kind of move into the current century, and we're doing virtual reality tours of the Cliffs
right,
of
right.
Moher,
Yeah.
which is so you put on a headset and there'll be a fan and the smells and sounds of Ireland, and so it's the purpose of that is really for people who maybe you're never going to get there, but we're going to give you a 360-degree view of it,
Mhm.
or maybe you get a little taste of what will come the next time you get over to Ireland. And Cliffs of Moher is arguably one of Ireland's biggest tourist destinations, and so we
Okay.
partnered with a company called Derez Virtual Reality, and they created a custom video of the Cliffs of Moher for us.
Wow,
That's
that is so
awesome.
crazy.
There's
we
so
have
much
go
to do.
on the radio.
Yeah, so you need to go listen.
Wait, do we want to just keep going and just make the announcement on both?
Oh, I don't care.
I don't know.
We
Just
can,
keep it
like,
running. I don't know.
Okay.
It's up to
Yeah,
you.
we
All
can
right.
do that, but
All right. So you get
so
to
then
see
talk
us
a little
longer,
bit
yeah.
more, yeah. So Marin will, that just means we get to chat. We can't tell you what we were talking about
Well,
before.
let's
but-
chat. Well, one thing that's pretty cool is that the mass on Sundays, Sunday morning. So
That is
there's
one
a
of
lot
my
of
favorite
joviality.
things.
There's great music, and
Mhm.
everybody's having a great time. Sunday morning, we click the switch on to a mass.
But not even that. You can drink Saturday night, go home,
Yes.
and then come back the next morning and be like, well, this is all absolved.
Yeah. So so we do an annual mass every Sunday of the festival at 10 a.m. And this year's going to be by Father Fogarty of Duquesne University of the Puritans. He's
Oh, wow.
and as many people know, they're from Ireland.
Right.
Really great group. And so we partner with Duquesne University, Central Catholic High School, Oakland Catholic High School, and St. Thomas the Apostle Church in Homestead to present that mass every year.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
so,
awesome.
Like you said, go get absolved, right?
I mean, not that you need absolution
Yeah,
for drinking.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
we
fine.
know mass isn't for everybody, but if you're
It's-
if
if
you,
you-
if
No,
you
but
celebrate
it's-
it, you're welcome.
You know,
Yeah.
but I will say this is that for someone who's like, well, I don't really go to mass anymore, but I used to. And
Yeah.
like this is a good way to kind of go get
I go in
refreshed
and
on
out.
it.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
and it's beautiful. It's slightly non-traditional music, right?
Yeah.
We're bringing a full choir. We bring in a harpist. You know, some years we have dancers, and it is a really beautiful experience, whether you're practicing Catholic or not.
Yeah.
But it is an important part of Irish culture, and a lot of our traditions came from the inability to celebrate Mass.
Correct.
So it's important to make sure that we do.
Comedians. Talk about that.
Comedians. Yeah, so
I love the shift, right? We went
Yeah.
from reverence of church to comedians. Okay.
Well, hey, you know, it is a parental advisory show.
True.
Yes.
True.
We will warn everybody out there. But so Sean Finnerty,
Loved him.
Yes.
the first Irish-born comedian to appear on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and then Mick Thomas, who is, I've seen him a few times now in person. He is hilarious. He
Okay.
is like going viral on the internet all the time, and he's like one of the most sought after comedians right now to book. And we got
Really?
him, and he's from Ireland too. So we've got our Irish guys coming over.
I
How
love
about
that they
that?
literally are from Ireland. And the coolest part, I know we have to go back on, but the coolest part to me, you know, like you talk about, everybody goes for something food wise, and there's our favorite band, the Screaming Orphans, and there's different things that are happening. But you literally know these people. Like they know you, and they look forward to this year after year. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, this is our family.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody involved in whatever capacity they're involved in, I consider part of the family, and
Yeah.
they matter to me.
Yeah.
Proud moment that
I
we
love
taught
that.
the Screaming Orphans how to
Yeah.
sing Jag off.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
here we go.
Listen
here we
to
go.
us on the radio too, but we gotta give our code. John and Rachel, you jag up on cue. You know, we tell this story all the time about how we love, there's certain festivals, there's certain activities, there's certain things that we do throughout Pittsburgh that are our favorites. Like, I love Marin, she's the best. Like, we do the, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. TREF, Three Rivers Arts Festival, one of our faves. Picklesburg, you know we're a staple there. But we always talk about the Pittsburgh Irish Festival. Marin, one thing we forgot to mention was it is 6 months to St. Patrick's Day?
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, celebrating Irish culture once a year is never enough.
Right! That's exactly right. Is that really, was that the impetus for you guys?
I to be honest, I back to 1991, I couldn't tell you why the dates were selected.
Okay.
But I can tell you, I'm sure that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And if
that-
not, you made it that way later.
yeah, the halfway to St. Patrick's Day festival.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's, you know, we really operate all year round now, though. So, You know,
Absolutely.
the festival happens in September. The St. Patrick's Day happens in March. We celebrate St. Bridget's Day in February.
Mhm.
We do tons of programming throughout the year, and so, you know, I don't think it should ever stop.
I agree. So let's go through. We were talking on Facebook Live that the fact that we're going to give a code for a little surprise.
Dun, dun, dun.
But in the meantime, let's talk about the comedians first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got two Irish-born comedians, Sean Finnerty and Mick Thomas. Sean Finnerty was the first ever Irish-born comedian to appear on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
How about that?
So he does a great. Please come ready to laugh
Yeah.
at the festival.
Yeah.
And Mick Thomas is also from Ireland, and he's arguably one of the most sought after comedians right now. He's going viral on the internet. I've seen him a few times myself. He's amazing and hilarious, and I think people are going to really love the two of them. And I got to say one more time, it's a parental advisory show.
Yeah. And then we flip to the next, the Sunday morning where there's Mass.
Yeah, we
A
do
traditional
an,
Irish Mass.
Yeah, we do an Irish Mass with beautiful Irish music. We bring in a harpist from California. He's got some Pittsburgh roots, though. Sometimes we have dancers, we have singers, and some of the prayers are said in Gaelic. So it's really beautiful.
Oh, everything about it is beautiful. And like I said, everybody has a reason to go. And you can literally make a day of it. I just want to make that clear.
You
It's
can make
not
a weekend
something,
of it.
yeah, you could, look at that. As she was holding up her pamphlet,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she's the
Come
smartest.
to the weekend.
You know, for people who don't know, and if you're just listening, Marin from the Pittsburgh Irish Festival is here. We met Marin about 7 years ago in the middle of Market Square during one of the farmers markets. And she was like, hey, like, do you want to work together? And it has literally been the most blissful thing since. Obviously, John and I both have Irish, you know, background, and we love going for that reason. But I find a different reason every year to say, like, wow, I got to come back. Or, you know, I told my dad last night, you need to come. You have not been there in how many years? You are going to be surprised at just how many things you can do.
We'd
So,
love to have him.
yeah. I mean, just everybody
Yeah.
needs to get a little taste of it. But listen, our absolute favorite, we're showing partiality. It's the Screaming Orphans.
Yeah.
I'm literally using one of their songs for a TikTok that I have going for our podcast. I'm not kidding.
They're the best.
And you're the reason. You know, we truly fell in love with them the first we listened. I mean, great music across the board.
Of course,
We
yeah.
love so many different groups and performers, but they just really resonated with us. I know you're looking at me because she needs to give the code, right? How is this working, Marin? You have a JAG code.
Yeah, so use the code JAGOFFS
Yes!
from now
Yes.
until 10 p.m. on
10
our
p.m.
website,
Eastern time.
Eastern Time in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
pghirishfest.org.
Got
Go
it.
on our website, go to the ticket page, JAGOFFS, use the code, you get 10% off your tickets, and they're already discounted right now until next week. So this is
Thank you.
arguably the cheapest tickets you can get right now, 10% off JAGOFFS.
You got it, Marin from the Pittsburgh Irish Festival. Thanks for joining us, and we got a little 412 Do's coming up next with Channing. John and Rachel, you tag off on cue.
Check it out on pghirishfestival.org.
pghirishfest.org.
It was close.
Yeah.
And we will remind it, we'll put it in the comments that it's JAGOFFS, 10%